Big Al.
Hello everybody, it's Big Al with some more content for Lord of the Rings Rise to War. I am coming to you from the Forgotten account, and that is the Mace GRND MACE OneT server. So, let's dive right in. I'm going to show you the leaderboards first. As always, go to the Fellowship. So, you have OneT, GRND, and Mace inside of LoTH in 1st, 2nd, and 6th. Then you have Neon, Soul, and Apes in 3rd, 4th, and 5th, who represent Gondor. You have Awa and Rangers of the North and Grimm inside Ruin. You got Home, Burn, and Dark inside Lindon. You got Warg and Wham inside Mordor. And then you got Pro Legends in Angmar. And Awab in Rohan. So, then there's the other small ones. Small fellowships. So first we'll go to faction points. As everybody knows, I was traveling for a little bit over a week, so I am slipping a lot. So I have to get my butt in gear. We'll go to affluence. Door of Durin is number 1. Numbers in 2, which used to be Papa Balls, if I am remembering correctly. Then Lenny the 1 in 3rd. I'll go ahead and scroll through some of the names so you can see some of the people on here. You saw Fangs up there, I think, in 6th. Aluka in 24th, she dropped. She was in the teens. It's probably because she had to go outside to take the garbage out because Fangs forgot again. And here we go to the top 50. Now we'll go to merit, what everybody wants to say is the most important. Remember, this is my small account. Don't judge me. And I was off for a while. Purahan and Dona Cinda with 2.9 million. Torgon 2.7. Super Saiyan Goku is 2.6. Halfris is 2.5 million. And I will scroll through here as well, like I always do. I hope everybody's doing all right. I just got home from a doctor and it looks like I will be getting another back surgery. Yay for me. But actually, I'm looking forward to this one. This one's supposed to help. So, there's the leaderboards. Let's take a look at the map. Wow. Look at Lothlorien. We have taken half of the map. So, we invaded Erebor, and there's a small fellowship in there. They have started trying to take back some tiles and take some keeps back. Okay, good for them. You know, you got to have something to do. Angmar, we pushed this way as well. And then we went into this area. We fought Lindon and Arnor. You see Gondor here has pushed over into Rohan lands. Looks like they left Rohan alone, and they have been fighting Arnor and Lindon as well. As you can see over here, Ruin has invaded Mordor and been fighting in Mordor. And it looks like Gondor took the pass over here. And looks like they might be fighting Ruin pretty quick. So, let's go over the pins. Over here, you got Loth and Lindon fighting with a 24 million pin. It's been there for 2 days. And I'm only going to show the red ones. And this is my 3rd time trying to record this because the other recordings had errors at the end, so they didn't save. So there was a lot more red pins over in this area. But everything is kind of moved. So down here, you got Arnor and Gondor fighting with a 15 million pin. Down here, Rohan and Ruin with the 5.5 million. There's another red for another 2.7. And if it will let me... is it that one? Nope. Is that one? I'm looking for that other red pin. I'm determined. There it is. And there's another one with Gondor, Mordor, and Ruin for a 7 million pin. So, there is some action. As you can see, the passes are unlocked to the center. Nobody has taken one yet, but it looks like shaping up that it's going to be Gundor and Lothlorien fighting in the center for the ring, because Gundor controls the area around over here and we control the area around the center over here. So that should be interesting. We'll see what happens. And I forgot. I don't even know what day it is. I'm going to say day 26. Yes, I was right. So now I'm going to talk about a couple different reports. I'm going to show you a couple of mine and one from one of my buddies in the same server. So first I'm going to go into it. Let's go over my army. So if you've been watching me, I am free to play. My goal is to cause a whale to draw. If I can take a chunk out of a damage out of them, great. But I want to make them draw, because I'm completely free to play on this account. Not a dime has been spent on this account. So I have my Frodo, which is a free to play player's best friend, or should be, at R5. I have Gandalf the Grey at R5. I have Aragorn at R6, and I chose Aragorn instead of Dwalin. Those are the two with the best respect level skill comparison that I have right now. I chose to go with Aragorn because I wanted to try something different with this account, instead of just putting Dwalin and then Gimli when he gets to R4 and then Dane. So I chose Aragorn. He's got the Keen of Eye skill. Excuse me, Keen Eye added into his Strider skill. So I'm going to try that out. And then Sauron. I have just unlocked Sauron at the beginning of the season. I traded in some respect items. I got him to respect 1. He is almost to respect 2. So, as you can see, I'm making him just fast. That's the only thing I was worried about, was trying to make him fast, so that I can get this madness going here and get this chance of madness here. So that's my plan. Now, if I'm K-Bar, I am very mad because, yeah, that he drew against somebody my size. But first, don't do what he did. Don't run all cataphracts. You want at least 2 different kinds of units. So, he's got a Z1 Sauron. See what I'm saying? He should be mad. He's got an R10 Saruman. He has an R12 Gandalf the White and an R10 Bjorn. Look at all that gold all the way across the board. That is a sign that I am building my formations right, that I'm at least drawing and not just getting wiped out. And I took a little bit of damage from him. So then we go to this account, which Alex Turumbar. So first off, okay, good Frodo, but he needs to switch this skill into here. You might as well buff your army's units attack a little bit, because the initiative's really not going to help you. You're not going to be dealing damage. Then he's got an R9 Gil, and I understand he's going for the damage Gil. And R10 King of Men, and an R9 Shadow. So, there's that one. And here's another one that I noticed. He definitely has classic gear. He's running Gandalf the Grey at R11, Dwalin at R15. So I'm assuming he was one in 1.0 that just loved Dwalin, like most of us did. You have an R13 Legolas and an R11 Aragorn. He definitely needs all different gear. The only acceptable piece here is this massive breastplate. Aragorn's a damage dealer. You have him set up that way. Put damage stuff on him. So now I'm going to go to my favorites. And the Defiler. This is somebody that I've been working on, helping him out with gear. We've been trying to figure a few things out. So first, he's got his R10 Sauron. As you can see, basic tank gear. We threw the fiddle in, got some extra command out of it, got a little bit of focus, still got some unit defense. We have an R11 Saruman. We have a Dane that is R10. And it's a beautiful looking Dane, and possibly trying to get a different side effect because he's got 247 attack. We don't need the extra 10 for Sharp Blade. And then the Gandalf the White that is definitely in construction right now. So, here is Leafo, R12 Dane, R4 Sauron, which it's amazing how impactful Sauron can be even at low respect levels, an R7 Bjorn, and an R7 Gandalf the White. So as you see, Defiler has him on respect levels, but Leafo has him on gear. So a couple things when you're looking at reports and you want to know why certain things happened, check here. Up here in the top left you have the commander damage. We dealt 258,000. They received 258,000. Okay, so no madness damage to themselves. You can go and look at what the commanders did, what each of the units did, what the skills, each skill, how much damage it dealt. And then down here at the bottom, the anomalies. This is one of the biggest factors inside of fights. So we dealt 7 stuns, 7 madness, and that's what Leafo got. So, okay. But that was a good report because gear is just as important as respect levels. In a lot of ways, it's even more important than respect levels, as long as your levels are decent enough. Excuse me. So, here we are. This is one that he lost. But let's take a look. You got R11 Sauron, complete gold. You have an R14 Gandalf the White, complete gold, upgraded quite nicely. You have an R12 Bjorn. Actually, I really like this Bjorn. I like the defensive sets on the damage dealers. They help him survive. He's got some speed from the reach. He's got 210 attack. So, I very much like this Bjorn. And Dane, 232 attack. And this is one of those command helmets. I actually like this command helmet because it gives quite a bit of commander attack. It still gives the unit defense, unit attack, and command. I actually like that. So, let's take a look at the anomalies first and foremost. Well, let's look at damage first. We did 170k damage, but he received 153. That means we did 17,000 damage to ourselves. So that's not good off the start. We only had 7 anomalies, but the enemy was only affected by 6. So that means we either maddened or we maddened ourselves once. And he had 16 anomalies. So he had quite a significant number more. And that's going to be a big factor in the fight. Let's go to this one. Okay. This one's a little different. He's got a Z3 Dane. Very nice. He has an R5 Isildur, which, sorry buddy, I don't like Isildur. Get a different tank. You have an R10 Gandalf the White. And an R10 Bjorn. One thing I don't like, some people like the command helmets on their damage dealers. One, I don't like that at all. I mean, it somewhat serves a purpose, but you got to be over 200 command with your other, or 200 attack with your other 3 items before you think about that, because 174 is just too low of attack, especially for Bjorn. So, that guy has a little bit more respect levels, has better gear, but the Defiler won. You know, he did 274. That guy received 294. So he did 20,000 damage to himself. So, as you can see, we caused 13 anomalies. The other guy caused 2. You see the difference? Big difference. That guy has them on 3 of his commanders have higher respect levels, but all the gold gear outweighs the defilers. So that's kind of a big thing. But one thing we're having issues with is Saruman's damage. We got to figure something out. He's too inconsistent. So I'm thinking the Snagas. I'm thinking maybe telling them to move the Snagas to Gandalf the White and Gandalf and the chariots to Saruman. Try that out. See if it levels out some of the damage. And the last report. This is a big no-no. Okay, let's take a look at his commanders first. He's got the Saruman as the tank. He's got R4 Gandalf the White. He's got an R11 Gimli. And he's got an R8 Dane. So, as you can see, the Defiler wasn't full. Okay, Defiler won this nice fight. Here's the problem that I have. You have Shire Protectors on 2 commanders inside the same army. So, what that means is, right here on this skill, if the Allied army includes other units, up to 1 other formation units protect the Shire Protectors from receiving the enemy's normal attacks. So pretty much another unit is going to step in front of him to take the damage. The problem is that you will find if you have 2 Shire Protectors in the same army, a lot of times they will protect each other, which defeats the purpose of having them. So you only want to run Shire Protectors on 1 damage dealer, not on 2. Because in this fight, I believe when I read it, it was round 1, 4, 6, and 7 or something like that, where the Shire Protectors protected themselves. So, don't do that. Off the bat, it's a bad idea. It negates the Swan's protection. It would negate the Mountain Trolls taunt. All of that. Okay? So, that's what I got for this video. I hope it all makes sense. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something too. So, as always, make the most out of what you got.